I've never been particularly good at bowling, except for a singular time where I rolled a 179, and boy, let me tell you, I felt like this guy.
That's right! Who do you think you are? I am!
For a sport that as a casual participant I most associate with beer and bar pretzels, bowling has a surprisingly long and rich history. Earliest evidence of bowling dates all the way back to 5200 BC in Egypt. It was once outlawed by King Henry VIII for most everyday people, and if you can believe it, it was once played in the air. And if you've got a minute to spare, I'd love to strike at the heart of the matter and tell you a little bit about the bowling match in the sky. Hi there, I'm Alec Belmore, and you're watching History and Intrigue. There are many different kinds of bowling. There's candlepin bowling, duckpin bowling, and 10-pin bowling, which is what we'll be talking about, and what you'd be playing in any American bowling alley. Bowling has had a gradual climb in popularity over the centuries, and as bowling became more popular in the late 19th century, a governing body called the American Bowling Congress was formed in 1895 and codified all bowling standards like pin size and lane length. The oldest surviving bowling alley with standardized lanes opened in 1908 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the basement of the HOLLER House Tavern, which has almost nothing to do with our story. God, I just really kill to be in a dive bar right now. Anyway, bowling's popularity hit its peak in the late 1950s through the 60s and coincided with increased air travel. Around the same time, commercial air travel became realistically available to the general public for the first time, and bowling and planes became a match made in heaven, or at least 25,000 feet up in the air. In 1964, American Airlines wanted to promote its Boeing 707, which, while not the first commercial jetliner, it was the most widespread and is credited with ushering in the quote-unquote jet age. In particular, they wanted to promote their cargo space, and in an impressive showing of corporate synergy, American Machine and Foundry stepped up and said, hey, you could fit an entire bowling alley in one of these things. And so that's what they did. Over the course of 4 days, a regulation-size 79-foot bowling alley was installed in a Boeing 707, complete with automatic pin setters and gutters courtesy of AMF. Now they just needed some players, and as fate would have it, the World Series of Bowling was set to go in Dallas, Texas around the same time. Dick Weber, arguably bowling's first superstar, and Sylvia Wene, the first woman to bowl a perfect game, hopped on a plane not at LAX with a dream and a bowling pin. On a flight from Dallas to New York, Weber and Wene went head-to-head in what was dubbed Operation Astro Bowl to see who was the best bowler in the skies. I feel like I'm walking on air, Weber said of the experience, although the high altitude and the 500-mile-per-hour speeds didn't do much for his game. When the pilot came on over the loudspeaker to say they were climbing to a higher altitude, Weber reportedly said, "Hey Captain, don't you like me? Every time I throw the ball, the plane goes that way." In the end, Wene came out on top, edging out Weber by a score of 146 to 144, which isn't too great for a professional bowler. May I remind you of my aforementioned 179?
Who do you think you are? I am!
The reception for this publicity stunt could be summarized in a shrug of the shoulders and a, well, what'd you expect? One headline from the Idaho State Journal said, "Bowling and flying jet just isn't too good, even for champs." Another from the Alton Evening Telegraph said, "Bowling and airplane proves flop." That being said, I've had plenty of bad ideas in my day, and at the very least I've gotten some good stories out of them, which is where I'd file away this little tidbit of history as. Thanks for watching.